ever entered a new year with no plan, no clarity, and no place to start, then this video is for you. The problem that we have is that we don't recognize that the prep is just as important as the action, because without the prep time, without having your systems in place, without having a clean slate to work with, if everything's just cluttered, or you're just picking and choosing at the very last minute on what you're gonna do, then nothing really comes out the way that you may have planned. Things can go out of whack, things can get out of order, and you're just in it for a loss of progress. So we're gonna take these next 2 months to prep for 2026. We're gonna take these next 2 months to prep. Prepping means decluttering, it means cleaning up, it means figuring things out in terms of your systems, in terms of your planning, in terms of what you really truly want. This is the moment now, not in January when you're supposed to be kicking off the year already with a great bang. Like, imagine on January 1st barely figuring out what goals you want to tackle. Like, you're already falling behind at that point, because people who have started planning for 2026 back in like October, you're already behind. So what we need to do is we need to take these next 2 months to really focus in on what we truly want. And I'm going to give you guys the 5 things to do before 2026 that you can start today that literally cost no money. If anything, it's going to help you kind of gain that clarity that you need, help you figure out that plan, bring in those systems that are going to help you just achieve your goals. So if you guys are new here, my name is Geraldine. I make videos all about goal setting, productivity, and procrastination. So if that's the type of content you love to consume, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I am at Geraldine Silva. First things first, right? Number one thing that we need to kind of figure out what we want for 2026 is to make a vision board. Now, I love creating vision boards. Vision boards are my jam. I love anything visually, like I love anything that's like visual, I love like greeneries, and I love like the sunsets and beaches and stuff like that. Like, I love anything beautiful and that I can see. Like, I'm so happy I'm so thankful that I have eyes to see, because I love seeing beautiful things. So one thing we need to figure out is what we want out of 2026, and that is what the vision board is for, is to give you a vision of what you expect out of 2026. Like, if you were to take snapshots of your life in 2026, how would that look like on your vision board? Like, what moments would you capture if you could, if you had what you want? Like, would you capture you driving out of the lot with your brand new car? Would you be capturing pictures of your brand new home? Would you be taking pictures of a trip that you've taken? Would you want to capture pictures of your kids entering the brand new school year with the most amazing hairstyles? Like, what moments do you want to capture in 2026 that we can predict for ourselves right now? So one thing I've already started doing, and I want you guys to start doing, is start creating a list of things that you want. Now, my phone is being propped, my camera is being propped on my phone right now, so I can't show you the list, but I will insert a little like screen recording of what my list looks like. It's not a lot, but it's something. So I want you to start creating a list. You can literally do this. It doesn't have to be done today, but this could be in a span of like a few moments of just thinking and sitting. And you can write as many like things that you want in your vision board. And then once it's time for you to actually sit down and do them, then you can kind of curate what, you know, there's some things that you might not want to do, there's some things that you may want to do, some things that you thought you wanted but you really didn't at the end of the day. So that's kind of what I did with mine. I started writing mine throughout my day, just thinking about like, okay, what it is that I want. And I even put like travel to New York for Thanksgiving in 2026, but then I just thought to myself, I'm like, that's not something really I want. It's something that'd be fun, but it's not something I want out of 2026. So literally anything. It could be I want to wear more red, I want to visit my grandparents more. Like, whatever it is that you want out of 2026, anything that pops into your mind, write it down, because these are all feelings that we have. These are things that we want out of 2026. These are things that have some sort of intention in there. Now, whether you want to act on those intentions or not, you know, it's totally up to you. But that's when, you know, when we actually get down and dirty in creating our vision board, is when we can actually curate all of these wants and needs. Start writing literally anything down. It's kind of like a brain dump of what you want out of your life for the next year. So then the next thing, so once you've created this list, right, the next thing is to go onto our beloved Pinterest and just start looking for pictures that will replicate what I told you. Like, if you were to take snapshots of your life for the next year, what would that look like? And go on Pinterest and find those snapshots. Now, they're not going to be pictures of you, obviously, but if you were to find a picture and it's like, I want to take this exact picture, like this is exactly what I was envisioning for my head, and in my head, like, if all it needs to do is just replace the person in there with me, and this would be literally what I want out of life. Go find those pictures on Pinterest. Okay, you can scroll on there for hours. I do on a daily basis. I love scrolling on Pinterest, but scroll on Pinterest and just deep dive in there and find pictures that literally look like they were pictures taken from the future you. It's the best way I could put it. Just pictures of future you. Like, if this was future you, like, you've got it. You've made it in life, kind of thing. So you can also look on Instagram for inspiration. You can look on magazines. And it doesn't specifically have to be pictures. It could also just be colors that you're inspired by. What colors do you want to live by more often? What words do you want to live by? What numbers? What symbols? Like, literally, it can be anything that inspires you, anything that gives you hope, anything that gives you life, anything that is going to help you kind of get those gears moving and get you more inspired in tackling that goal, tackling that life, living the life that you want out of that Pinterest picture or that magazine picture or out of that symbol, out of that color. Like, what do you want to live by for the next year? And then the last thing is to just build your vision board. Build it up from the ground up. Do you want it to be a paper one? Do you want to be a digital one? Do you want to put it as your phone's screensaver? Do you want to put it on your laptop wallpaper? Do you want to make it big? Do you want to make it small? Do you want to make it simple? Do you want to be just pictures on pictures on pictures? Like, what do you want out of your vision board? Number 2 is to, so these are kind of out of order. They're not really in order. So the next thing is to plan any travel, plan and budget any travel plans. So if you're gonna want to have a nice year of traveling, then now is going to be the time to start planning that out for next year. So for me, I'm already planning out for my birthday trip next year, which I'm so excited about. If I can actually, budget everything out and I get to go. I want to have a birthday trip to Hawaii. My birthday's in the summertime, and so that's one thing that I really, really want to try to manifest for this year and try to do. So I'm gonna plan out and budget for all of that. But this is the time to start checking in for flights and checking in on hotels and cars. Like, what is the total amount that you expect to spend? Obviously, with everything going on with the government and its shutdown, like, it's really unfortunate what is happening to just everybody affected by this shutdown. Like, it's so freaking unfortunate, and it's so annoying that people are losing out on income and still having to show up. Like, I would hate that so much, of having to show up and not have an income. Like, essentially you're just kind of just wasting your time, in my point, while Congress is still getting paid. But anyways, this is not a political place, but obviously right now with the shutdown, like, we don't know what the future of airlines is going to look like. We don't know what the future of flying is going to look like. Maybe everything will just come back to normal by that point. Who knows? But the point is that when things do go back to normal, once things kind of regulate itself, we want to be prepared for those plans if we do have a chance to be able to, you know, have that opportunity to fly out and go see other places and go see other countries and whatnot. So even though right now there's a lot of uncertainty of what is happening, nevertheless, it's better to be prepared than if everything kind of goes back to normal and you're kind of like, oh, I didn't budget my plan, I didn't budget my money, I didn't budget right, I didn't check on the flights, I didn't check on the cars, I didn't check on the hotels and whatnot. It's better to just be prepared with all that money anyways, because if nothing ever happens, then guess what? You have all that money for you to use for whatever you want. So it's better to just budget all that out right now as it is. And then once that opportunity does come to be able to buy those plane tickets and buy that hotel room, then you're able to do that. So what you want to do is you want to total up the expected amount that you are going to, what you think you're going to spend. How much do you think the plane tickets are going to cost? How much do you think your hotel room is going to cost? How much do you think you're going to spend on food, on shopping, on just like leisure stuff, like on fun stuff? Like, what do you expect for yourself to spend? And then start chipping away at that with every paycheck that you get in or every side hustle that you do. And start putting all that money into a savings account so that when the time does come, you have it ready to go to purchase. So that is what I'm going to do for this summer. I'm really excited to plan and budget all that out for 2026. It's going to be a really good travel year. I just feel it in my bones. Okay, so number 3 is to get your time management in order. So time management is a control thing, right? You want to be able to control your emotions, your mind, your body, and not let this external world, this external force kind of take over you and make you feel like you aren't capable of executing, that you aren't capable of creating the life that you want. So time management is just taking control of your own self, of your own emotions, of your own body, of your own well-being. So this means that you are going to get your systems down in place. So whether it is planning on a paper, planning digitally, doing it on your Google Calendar, doing it on a special notes app, like how are you going to take control of your time? How are you going to take control of your body? Because everything that you do from here on out, any goal that you create, any goal that you want to have, there's some sort of discipline, there's some sort of discipline that needs to take in place. For example, with the traveling, right? There's some sort of discipline that has to take in place of you not spending every dime that comes into your bank account and putting that money away. So it's sacrificing maybe some fun time and not shopping as much. I'm speaking to myself, not shopping as much, or not going out and eating as much and eating in more. Like, there's sacrifices that need to be taken place. There's some discipline that also needs to be taking place. How are you going to do that? And how are you going to plan this out? How are you going to execute this? So you need to get your time management skills in order. So systems are literally just breakdowns on how you're going to do X, Y, or Z. If you were going to give a manual to somebody on how you executed you getting up in the morning and going into work, if you were to able to break that down for somebody and somebody can come in and just replicate exactly what you do, that is how you're going to build your system up on how you want to get any of your goals, any of your vision board. You're going to break it down just that easily. Let's say there's a system on how you even wash your own hair. If you can write it down specifically how you wash your hair and give it to somebody else and they washed your hair for you following those rules, are they going to be able to replicate it? Are they going to be able to do it just as well as you can? That is how detailed we want to be. So in our systems. And it's just figuring out what works and what doesn't. How can we get the results that we want? How can we break it down for ourselves? So if you want to go and lose all this weight, how are you going to break it down to a point where you are achieving those results? And there is no but ifs, what ifs. Like, you're not guessing on a day-to-day basis what you're doing at the gym, how you're going to get there, and switching it up on the daily basis. Like, one day you're walking, and then the next day you're at the gym, and then the following day you're at Pilates. Like, how are you going to do things consistently and help yourself achieve those goals? So that just means just getting a planner so you can write all this down. Like I said, whether it's writing it down in a notes app, in a journal, in your Google Calendar, it doesn't matter. Just how are you going to keep track of your time? How are you going to keep track of your time? How are you going to keep track of your systems? How are you going to keep track of you achieving your goals? So, number 4. The fourth thing that you need to do before 2026 is to declutter any past season stuff. I said summer season, but honestly any past season stuff. We don't want to walk into this new year with things that you didn't use for the summer, things that you didn't wear during any of the seasons, things that old decor that serves you no purpose and it's just sitting there collecting dust. Okay, anything that's from your past season that just didn't work out and you just didn't even bother touching it, you're not going to bring that into the new year, because you're not going to, if you didn't wear it this last season, if you didn't use it this last season, if you didn't think about it this last season, what makes you think you're going to think about it by next season? You're not. So you're better off just going through all of your seasonal stuff and just start decluttering all that. So I'm going to do with all my summer stuff, because I really do need to start switching out my summer things with my winter things, because here in California, like, there is no such thing as winter. We have fall, but we don't have winter. And now that it's getting a lot more chilly, now that it's going to be a lot more like rainy seasons, I really need my long sleeves. So I'm going to switch out on all that stuff and declutter everything that I don't need, either by selling it, by giving it away, whatever the case. We want to get rid of anything that serves us no purpose. We want to have a clean slate coming into the new year, so that when we do bring in things that will serve us purpose, we have a place to put them, rather than something else that doesn't serve us any purpose. It's just sitting there accumulating dust and just is not pleasant to look at. Okay, so the 5th thing, and right before we get to that, if you haven't subscribed already, please don't forget to do that. And click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload. Okay, so the last thing, give your space a good reset. There's nothing better than coming into this new year with a nice clean slate, with a nice deep cleaned kitchen, with a nice deep cleaned bathroom, the nice deep cleaned pantry, nice deep cleaned refrigerator. Nothing is better in this world than just those things, okay? So we want to give our space a good reset coming into this new year. Again, just a nice, clean, fresh reset, having space for new and bigger and better things. We don't want to keep the old that served us no purpose, okay? Whether that's people, things, clothes, attitudes, habits. We want to get rid of all of those things. So we want to give our space a nice, beautiful reset. And one thing I'm going to focus on is I'm getting the Martha Stewart organizing book. And I want to utilize that book to help me kind of go through my categories of my life to kind of fix things up and organize. And so each day I'm going to tackle something new on that book. First things first, I just need to buy it. I need to find it. I can't find it in any freaking library, and I don't want to buy it. So I want to go through that book and start like organizing everything and organizing my life so that it could be nice and smooth. Again, another system that I want to place. So give yourself a nice good reset, whether it's taking the time during Thanksgiving break to do that, whether it's taking time during Christmas break to do that, whatever time that you have to be able to actually sit down and give yourself a good nice reset in your home, you have done your job. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you've finished this entire video, I hope that it helped you a lot. So yeah, I will upload another video on Friday, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm at Jolly Silva. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye!